Last week I sat down with KU's Bryce Foster. Here's that exclusive one-on-one. Bryce, thanks so much for joining me. Really appreciate the time. I'm going to start Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, oh yeah.
That's your Instagram bio. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a thing I learned my freshman year of college. I kind of got thrown into the fire my very first year of college, where I was starting and I was making mistakes after mistake, and it was like I was getting super stressed out. And eventually I was like, man, everything's so stressful. And then I remember watching Lion King when I was younger, and it's been my favorite Disney movie ever, like ever, period. And I remember Hakuna Matata and the song and how it literally means no worries. And so I was like, it's kind of a good little saying where it's like sometimes, like I have a bracelet that my mom got me that's Hakuna Matata and I think it's Morse code. Okay. And so I wear that quite often. So it's kind of like a reminder where it's like, hey, when things are going bad, things aren't working out well, maybe you're having a bad game, bad snap, literally anything, maybe a bad score on a test score, it's like, Hakuna Matata. It's like now I can sit there, take a deep breath, and I'm like, all right, it's over with, move on to the next thing. All you can do is make the next thing better.
So living life stress-free, a football player. So do you just not enjoy having free time, playing football in the fall, and then in the spring you're throwing a little bit? How do you kind of balance those two as the seasons go on?
I mean, I love doing it. So, I mean, I wouldn't rather be doing anything else. Luckily with the schedule that we have in the fall, right, with football, we're here I get up at around 5:15 in the morning, and then I head to the facility, and I'm here until about 2 o'clock, studying film, practicing, doing all that kind of stuff. And then after that, I'm kind of really done for the day with football. I go home, do a little bit of schoolwork, whatever I need to get done for that day, and then I kind of just hang out. I got a couple dogs at home that we hang out, take them on walks. I hang out with them in the backyard. I cook. So it's kind of nice, in the fall. It's actually a really good schedule. And then in the spring, when I'm doing spring football, when I was here and I was doing spring football and track, that was a little more busy. That was like 5:30 a.m. wake up all the way to like 6 p.m. I was doing track. And so it was like all day full. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed, meeting people from other countries, right, other sports and stuff like that. And so I think it's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and I wouldn't rather be doing anything else, especially here.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously you did it before you came to KU as well. Coming out of high school, is that kind of the goal for you? You knew you wanted to do both? Did it kind of just happen? How did those conversations go?
Yeah, I did kind of want to do both. Going into my junior year of high school, I was pretty good at shot put, I would say. My PR was like 64 feet, 8 inches, I think, after my junior year. And I was like, all right, it's pretty solid, but it's nothing super crazy. Whenever I get to college about doing both, I mean, it's pretty good. And then my senior year, I ended up throwing like 71 feet. And I was like, okay, now I'm pretty it was 71 feet in the shot put and then 210 feet in the discus. And so I was like, okay, maybe I do want to kind of do both. And then I was like, I want to be able to do both, want to have the opportunity in order to do both. And when I went to A&M, they gave me the opportunity to do both. I did fairly well. And then when I transferred here under Coach Reynolds, who's the throws coach here, I scored pretty well. So I was super excited.
Awesome.
I loved it.
And how would you say, because sometimes you'd be like, oh, this sport helped me with this sport. How would you say throwing has helped you, on the line in terms of your balance, your patience, your strength? How would you say that directly correlates to, being down under center?
Yeah, I mean, it's being on the little details of things. Like, for example, when you're throwing, right, if you land in your power position, a lot of my throwers are going to know about this. If you land in your power position a little open, you don't have as much power that you can actually get on the ball, so you lose a bunch of tension on the ball in order to throw far. And it's kind of like the same thing in football, right? So it's on the little details of the angle you set your double team on, the angle you set your hips, where you put your hands, when I'm snapping, right, like where my hand finishes on the snap, like all those little small details prove to be like really big things when you get to the big moments.
Playing in front of the renovated booth, all the fans. I mean, what's that been like, especially this season in particular?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, I never got to experience the old booth. And so when I got here, I never really had a home stadium. Our home stadium, in quotes, was the Chiefs Stadium, Arrowhead. And so we would go there, and that was our home game. And I was like, it's kind of a home game, but it still kind of feels like an away game we're just wearing the home uniforms. But now we actually feel like we need to come here and we need to kind of defend like our home territory. The O-line, we call ourselves the Mob, Men of Booth, and our whole goal is to defend we always use like Army terms, and it's like we're defending our land from invaders, and that's kind of like the way we kind of take the games here at home.